He comes out and he nails it, and they do a cool little dance. And, you know, the guy is he's charismatic as hell.
He's being entertaining.
He's being entertaining, being a showman. And I was like, you know, I wasn't sure how to feel because I was like, dude, he better win this fucking fight. Because it's all well and good. If you come out like that, you put a show on, you have to win.
You have to win.
Otherwise, you look like the biggest dickhead.
Dude, if he had a choreographed dance routine and then got knocked the fuck out, holy shit, that would be hilarious.
But, and this goes into what Adesanya says, and he's absolutely right. You know, I mean, goes into his confidence. I mean, he knew, and he spoke all week that, you know, like a guy that was going to go out there and win that fight. And going out there and doing that dance, doing that performance, of course, that puts you under extra pressure. Of course it does, but...
You know how much energy it takes to do a fucking backflip?
Where do I want to start on the actual fight? Okay, listen, the walkout was great. He's a star. He's got charisma, all that type of stuff. And right now, he's poised to be possibly the biggest star in the UFC. He could even overtake McGregor at this rate. He really could.
Yeah.
Because he's just... Well, for one, he hasn't got the negativity surrounding him. He hasn't made all the mistakes. Now, who knows? You know? I want to talk about Robert Whittaker a little bit because... And I'm not taking away from Adesanya's performance. Adesanya was perfect. But I thought Whittaker, and again, Adesanya was perfect. His fight was fantastic. He knocked him out in the first round. I mean, did you see that?
Yeah,
I mean, of course you saw it. Fuck me, talk about saved by the bell.
Well, we were in a bar, so we didn't know. At first, it looked like the referee stopped it, and that would have been like crazy early stoppage.
Well, because if you watch it closely, he gets hit, and his eyes roll back.
Yeah.
His eyes roll back, and he hits the floor. Like he's been shot in the head.
Yeah.
And if he'd have followed that up with one more shot, that was done, okay? But, so I'm not taking away from Adesanya at all. So I just want to preface that before I say this. I thought Whittaker's game plan was all wrong. I thought he didn't look good. He looked... I mean, Adesanya said this on the post-fight show. I saw a little clip of it. He said, I could read it in Whittaker's body language. He said when he walked out, he said, I was there. I was dancing to Whittaker's music. He was nice and calm and fluid and in the moment. Whittaker was walking out, banging on his chest and getting all hyped. Now, he always does that. He always fights like that. But I've talked about it ad nauseum. That's not the way to fight. When you're angry and getting yourself psyched up, you're never the best version of yourself. And then, of course, listen, he's got a hard task on his hands. He's got Adesanya, who's really tall, opposite him. He's got to get on the inside. But the way to do that is to use head movements and feints and try and get Adesanya to react. And then you close the distance and you look for combinations. You parry Adesanya's shots. You come in with a 1-2. You slip. You use footwork. All Whittaker was doing was leaping in with a left hook from the distance. You know what I mean? Every single time. That's how he opened up every time.
I mean, you texted me frustrated during the fight about that specifically. You're like, he just keeps on jumping in with the left hook. He just jumps in with the left hook.
It's a shitty... I mean, number one, it was so predictable. And secondly, it was just a bad move. Just bad game plan, bad advice. After the first round... His corner should have said, listen, we've got to do something different here because you just got knocked out and you got saved by the bell. They didn't really give him too much, didn't change the game plan, didn't give him different advice.
I didn't hear what the corner said.
Yeah, but on the flip side, Adesanya was awesome. He went out there.
What's the advice to give him in that moment? Like, what could you possibly give him? It's like, dude, be a better athlete than this guy.
No, it's like, listen,
he's getting
I would have said, listen, stop jumping in like a fucking retard with a left hook because you haven't landed it once, okay?
Well,
and you're going to get knocked out.
He did land it when he got knocked out. It was
a jab. I think it was a jab.
It was a jab?
It was a jab. I don't know. Jab, left hook, who cares? Potato. Yeah, listen, we got a new champ in our hands. Adesanya was absolutely sensational. Whittaker, he said, I'm only 28, I'll be back. And I respect that, I do, and you never know because he has had some fantastic fights. And you know what? It's easy. It seems like I do this to Adesanya every time because Whittaker's stock was sky high. But in my mind, you know why it was so sky high? Because he beat Romero twice, right? And Adesanya said it all week. He said, so what? He beat a 43-year-old wrestler. I don't fight like a 43-year-old wrestler. Yeah. And he's right, he doesn't. He fights like a world-class kickboxer, right? And I think because, Romero's had some good fights, he's had some good wins, he's an intimidating-looking guy, he's a powerful, explosive athlete.
It was sort of a foregone conclusion that he was going to be the dude. It was like, everyone was like, Romero's obviously the next guy in line to take over this division, and that sort of never materialized.
So he had those two wins, and he beat Jacare as well, prior to Jacare being knocked out as well. So I think based upon those, but it's like we said in the last show, all his wins were against strikers, so... But listen, that sounds like I'm shitting on the performance of Adesanya. I'm not. It was perfect. He hardly got hit, hardly got touched. He looked incredible.